Welcome to Leadership in 30 Minutes. My name is Olatunji Shobodu and I am your anchor. All right. Why do you say thank you as a leader? Why do some leaders say thank you? Why must you say thank you? Can you lead effectively without saying thank you? Some would argue that it is impossible. Probably it is arrogance for a leader not to say thank you when the need arises. Today, I'm speaking on that very subject, and our focus is on the fact that great leaders don't say thank you. Great leaders don't say thank you. Or if you like, great leaders don't have to say thank you to be effective. In effect, what we're saying is that you can be effective as a leader without saying thank you. You can be effective as a leader without saying thank you. And for clarity, it's not as though a situation where thank you may sound good or okay will not arise, but there are better things to say than thank you. All right. Why say thank you when you can say something better? Why use the phrase thank you when you can master came, he then asked them to render their accounts. How well have you performed? The first one came and said, well, sir, you gave me 10 million naira and I have been able to make 10 million in addition. So here is 20 million naira. All right. And the second came and said, sir, you gave me 5 million and I've been able to make a profit of 5 million as well. Here is 10 million naira. And a third one came and said, well, you gave me 2 million naira. I haven't quite done anything with it. I've had some reservations about the way you conduct your business. And, I didn't feel that it was right to invest the money. I simply kept it so that you can have your money back intact. All right. And so he gave, here is your 1 million naira. And those, were the reports of the performance of the three servants. Now, our lessons would come from how the boss then reacted to the performance that each one submitted. And hear what he said to the first two, all right? In response to their submission, they had made 100% profit each. And each time, he listened to the first, he responded by saying, well done, you good and faithful servant. When the second one came and gave a report of 100% profit, he said, well done, you good and faithful servant. And when the third one came and said, well, here is your money, it's intact, I haven't done anything with it, he said, you wicked and lazy servant. Now, therein lies the lesson. Did you notice that he never said thank you? He didn't say thank you. I mean, you and I probably would say thank you. All right. In today's contemporary sense, we would say thank you. And the likelihood, interestingly, is that we will never say well done. All right. We will say thank you. That for us will be a way of showing appreciation. But guess what? In the context, thank you is meaningless. In that context, thank you is meaningless. What have they done? They have added value. All right. So thank you is not as strong when you think about it as well done. Well done acknowledges not just that they have brought about a contribution, but acknowledges that that contribution is well appreciated and is significant. All right. Thank you. I mean, you can say thank you even when you are not impressed with the performance. All right. I mean, who will not be impressed with 100% return? And that's not the time to say thank you. If you didn't say thank you, like he didn't say thank you in this case, it won't hurt. It won't undermine your leadership. If anything, all right, it would enhance your impact and secure greater commitment for you from the people who report to you. So, well done is better than thank you. Why say thank you when you can say well done? Having said well done, do you think thank you is still necessary? No, I don't think so. Now, this may sound, it's unusual, but yes, I mean, the wisdom of God about these things is unusual as well. I've often thought to myself, I mean, why did this man not say thank you? That's what we would typically do. You may even be scolded if you did not say thank you, all right, today. But the truth is that even today, the average person who has performed this well will appreciate well done than thank you. Will appreciate well done than thank you. Well done is stronger than thank you. It conveys a lot more about how well you appreciate the contribution that the person has made. All right. Well done acknowledges value contribution of value. And that's what you want. And that's what matters. All right. Well done. It said, well done. Well done. And well done does what also? It motivates the people to perform better, to do more. All right. So I have brought in 100% profit. Wow. My boss appreciates it. He actually said, well done. Kudos. You did well. All right. I appreciate what you have done. This is significant. All right. This is concrete value added to us. Now, who wouldn't want to do better? Yes, thank you might motivate somewhat, but you would agree with me that is not as strong as well done. Think about it. If your boss were to tell you, well done, how would you feel? I think you would feel better than if your boss said thank you. Because thank you can be casual. Thank you can be said to be one of those things. All right. That, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's one of those things. You've done what you needed to do. All right. At least you have not bungled things for us. But well done conveys far more than that. There is no way to treat well done or interpret well done as a casual acknowledgement. No, it's a decisive, deliberate acknowledgement of value that you have contributed. And to that extent, it motivates. To that extent, it motivates. All right. Now, notice something else that he did. He then celebrated character. Well done. It didn't stop there. He said, you good and faithful servant. He celebrated character. So you want to know how really to manage the performance of your people. These are the things you do when you ask for the report and you are given the report and their performance is significant. The first step is to acknowledge it. Well done, all right, is what to use, not thank you. Well done is the way to go, not thank you. When you say well done, you don't need to say thank you again. The next thing, celebrate the character. Why is that important? Because you are signaling that this is what I observe to be the character behind your performance, and I endorse it. All right. The reason that you've been able to do this well is because you have been faithful and you have exhibited moral excellence. That's what good there means. All right, faithfulness and moral excellence. Now, when you celebrate, all right, those character attributes, it points your people, your followers, to know what matters to you. It also tells them, in case you are not aware, this is the kind of character that will help you to produce these kinds of performance. All right. And those are very instructive messages that you want to communicate. So they know that, yes, the result is great and you appreciate it, but they also know that you recognize how the result was accomplished and that you're celebrating it. The import of that is that there is a kind of character, a way of achieving results that you are not likely to celebrate. And they probably saw that when in the dealing of their master with the other guy whom he described as a lazy and wicked, all right, employee. So that one, it's the laziness, the wickedness that explains why he couldn't come with any profit. All right. And he scolded those character attributes in that person. So the performers know that these are the character attributes that matter, that our master will celebrate. And so they'll be careful in their pursuit of performance to stay the course. And that's what you want as a leader. That's what you want as a leader. That's why we say, all right, success is not just about the numbers or the achievement. A vital aspect of it is how the achievement was accomplished. How did you achieve the achievement? How did you get the result? Is as important, if not more important, than the result itself. All right. Many don't want to care about that. All right. But good leaders care about that. And good leaders make it very clear that there are certain behaviors that they would never condone. So, number one, in managing performance, you say, well done, not thank you. Number two, celebrate the character that's behind the performance. And then number three, follow up with a reward. Follow up with a reward. If someone has achieved 100% profit, 100% return, all right, has done so well in that responsibility, they have brought significant contribution, all right, to the table. Follow up with a reward. Follow up with a reward. Let there be a reward. The reward further emphasizes, reinforces actually, all right, your show of appreciation. All right. And in this case, he said to the good guys who came with 100%, profit, he said to them, you have been faithful in the little that I have given you. All right. Now I'm going to give you responsibility over much. That's promotion. He gave them a promotion. He upgraded them. All right. He gave them, yes, greater responsibility, but he put them at a higher level. All right. And that, of course, comes with greater remuneration, with greater benefits, and the like. So when you truly want to manage people for performance, your team for performance, there are three key steps that are important. All right. Number one, well done. Acknowledge the performance, not thank you. Well done is stronger than thank you. When you say well done, you don't need to say thank you. Number two, celebrate the character that's behind the performance. That way, you signal this is how I want the results to be obtained. The kind of results I will celebrate are the ones that are achieved based on these kinds of character attributes. In this case, moral excellence and faithfulness. And then three, follow up with a reward. Let there be an appropriate reward. If it's a promotion, great. If it's some kind of cash reward, great. All right. The kind of reward that will motivate the ones who have performed. And don't forget, I might add that as number four. If there are team members, if your people have colleagues who did not perform, make sure that they are also sanctioned. They are also sanctioned. It's not enough, all right, to reward just the ones that have done well and then just look away from the ones who did not do well or just leave them to themselves. No. As you are showing that you appreciate contribution, all right, you must also show in very clear terms, in unmistakable terms, that you will react, all right, to poor performance. You will react to poor performance, all right. For some time, you can forbear, okay, but ultimately, you must never condone poor performance. Otherwise, you may weaken all that you have put in place, all that you have set in motion to motivate the performers, all right, to continue to do a great job. So, like I did last week, I spoke on, the subject, great leaders don't say sorry. And if you didn't listen to that, you need to go and listen to it. And I said, it's not out of pride. It's not an issue of pride. It's an issue of understanding. So you check that video out so you understand why sorry would never be necessary if you're a great leader. It will never be necessary if you do leadership right. In the same way, you would never have cause. You would be smarter as a leader not to stop at thank you, not to even use thank you. All right. When you are dealing with your team members, and rather to use well done, to use well done. All right. And I've used the illustration, all right, of the parable of the talents, for example, where I've often wondered for a long time why, Jesus never told the people, thank you. All right. They did an excellent job, but he never said thank you. In fact, you can't find anywhere that he said thank you. He never said thank you to anything that his people did. Whenever they did well, all right, he saluted them, not by saying thank you. All right, it wasn't casual about their contribution, because thank you can be pretty casual. Maybe it's the weakness of the language, but at least well done is English language as well. But it is more compelling, and that's what you would like to use as a leader. All right, so I hope you have taken something from this today. We've been talking about great leaders don't say thank you. Rather, they say well done. In managing performance, we've also discussed three key steps. Well, actually four, that you must be careful to implement. Number one, say well done, not thank you, to those who perform. Number two, celebrate the character attributes that brought about that performance. So they know that how they achieved the goal or the performance matters to you. Number three, follow up with a reward, all right, to reinforce the fact that you acknowledge and you celebrate, all right, the contributions that they have made. And number four, make sure that if they have colleagues that do not perform, you sanction those colleagues. Let them see that, you know, there are things that you frown at. Okay. It's not just a signal to those who didn't perform well, it's also a signal to those who performed well. All right. One, it differentiates them from the non-performers. Two, it encourages them. But three, it also shows them that if you fail to perform tomorrow, well, this is the kind of treatment you are going to get. I mean, that's fairness. And I'm sure those who were once on the performing side don't want to ever, you know, be found on the non-performing side. So that's it on leadership in 30 minutes today. I hope that has been, helpful to you in furthering your understanding of what leadership entails, learning from leaders who have made their mark, and empowered you to go ahead and take the steps. Like I always remind us, this is truth, and therefore it works. It doesn't require me to work. It works because it's the truth, and it is proven. These are practices, of over 2,000 years. Well, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. So go ahead and try it, and see whether they work or not. But get ready for a pleasant surprise. Once again, great leaders don't say sorry. I said that last week. Great leaders also don't say well done. Don't say thank you. They say well done. All right. So that's it. Till next week, when I come to you again on Leadership Monday with a nugget to do leadership right. Enjoy what remains of the week and ensure that you do rest over the weekend as well. Once again, I am Olatunji Shobodu, your anchor, and see you next week by the grace of God. God bless you. And thanks for joining today. Bye-bye.